How's it going, everybody? My name is Jeff, and we are finally here. We are at the final boss. I know I'm not talking about Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm talking about the final boss in the fifth scenario to the Marvel Champions, the card game Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. campaign. Who is the final boss? I'm sure everyone knows what the final boss is. Been out for a while, but that's besides the point. So let's kind of recap here. We last time we played, we defeated Citizen V and the Thunderbolts, and now we're going to take a look into the comic and see where we are leading up to this final fight. So that being said, let's take a look. It's time for sing along. Just fix that a little bit. I guess that works. You so-called Thunderbolts are nothing more than rebranded villains. Isn't that right, Baron Zemo, if that's your real name? You're going away for a long time, Zemo. You are mistaken, Agent Fury. It is you who's going away. Sorry, Director, but your orders come directly from the board. Agent Ward, take these rogue agents into custody. Smell a double cross. Director Hill, what do you have to say for yourself? I did what I thought was right. I acted without authorization because one of you has betrayed your oath and is involved in the kidnapping plot. Well, that's a very serious accusation. You had better have a good evidence to back it up. I don't. I only have two cards. I would think the fact that you deputized Baron Zemo is evidence enough. We are aware of Zemo's past, but he has reformed. We have more evidence, if you will. Just let us. There will be time for that at your court martial, Citizen V. Escort the prisoners to their cells. Gladly. If we wait for our trial to present our evidence, Zemo will have plenty of time to alter or destroy it first. We have to get out of here. Geez, you believe us. I think I can help you there. Over Zemo any day. Now let's take down those imposters and clear our names. And that's who we're fighting. Baron Zemo. So, the setup. The gathering of evidence. To do this, players must... Alright, so... Let's kind of understand this here. So we're going to need to build his deck. So, from what I'm gathering here... What we're going to need is we're going to need Baron Zemo. And we'll be fighting his A1 side. His deck is consisting of the Baron Zemo deck. And then we are adding our S.H.I.E.L.D. executive board and the executive board evidence. We're adding S.H.I.E.L.D. cards. Scientist Supreme. We are doing standard 3, so that's our standard encounter modular set. And that's all I really need. So the S.H.I.E.L.D. executive board, the scenario's design is tied closely to the design of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. campaign mode through the scenario can be played on its own. Before reading the rules in this section, first read the S.H.I.E.L.D. executive board section, pages 5 to 6. So preparing the evidence. During the setup, when you are instructed to prepare evidence, if you are not playing in campaign mode, follow the steps under preparing the evidence on page 5. If you are playing in campaign mode, simply place the aimed shield envelopes within reach, which we have our envelopes. So whether playing campaign mode or not, the player's goal is in the scenario is to determine the identity of the mole on the shield executive board by determining which cards are in the aim envelope. To do this, players must collect the evidence cards that were placed in the shield envelope, thus indicating which cards were placed in the aim envelope through the process of elimination. To collect the evidence, the players must remove all secret counters from the board member environments, which they can do through the abilities on those cards, as well as numerous encounter card effects. Additionally, reducing Baron Zemo to 0 hit points will trigger his force response, which allows the players to remove secret counters from among the board members. At the end of each phase, the response on stage 1B of the main scheme allows players to place 2 secret counters on the board on a board member environment without any secret counters on it to gain new evidence. When the players gain an evidence card, they turn it face up and cross out all the combination of means, motive, and opportunity in the campaign log that uses that icon shown on the new evidence card. Removing secrets from the board members doesn't just help the players gather evidence, but also prevents Baron Zemo from swaying the board members to his side. Any board member with 4 secret counters or 3 secret counters, if you're in expert mode, which we're not, on it joins Baron Zemo, flipping to its attachment side and attaching to the villain. If all those board members join Baron Zemo, the players lose the scenario. So then we have the accusation. So the response on stage 1B of the main scheme also gives players the opportunity to advance stage 2A to make their accusation against the mole, whether or not they gained an evidence card that turn. On stage 2 of the main scheme, the players must make an accusation by choosing a combination of means, motive, and opportunity that has not been crossed out in the campaign. Each combination is listed underneath the board member. The board member is the accused. Next, players take the evidence cards from the aim envelope and find the board member associated with the combination, means, motive, and opportunity on those cards in the campaign log. The board member is the mole. They compare the mole and its means, motive, and opportunity to their guesses. If they correctly guessed all 4, the accusation is correct. However, if one or more of the guesses is incorrect, the players are penalized, and then side 2B of the accusation instructs the players to place a secret counter on each board member for each guess for the means, motive, and opportunity. And board member, if they got it wrong. Additionally, if they accuse the wrong board member, they must place secret encounters on the board member, possibly causing them to join Baron Zemo's side. Finally, the players advance through stage A, which instructs them to flip Baron Zemo to his unmasked side. Stage 3B, the player flips the mole's card and the attachment on its back, slide to Baron Zemo. Then place threat on the main scheme equal to the number of counters on each board member attachment. If the players defeat the version of Baron Zemo, they win. Defeat this version of Baron Zemo, they win the scenario. Strategy note: it's best to be certain of the mole's identity before advancing to stage 2. If Baron Zemo is close to completing the main scheme, you may need to make an accusation. So then we're also going to be adding, looks like, the Adaptoid environment, which when we played against MODOK, the only one that was shown was the Strength one. And then we shuffle each copy of the Adaptoid minion into the encounter deck. Oh, shuffle each copy of, so we have to put all of them in. And then if you recorded any surviving Thunderbolts, which we didn't, we beat them all. Alright, so the only thing we gotta do is grab all the other Adaptoids, and then we're gonna put this together, and we're gonna have at it. So I'm going to go ahead and get that all set up, and then we'll get this going, and we'll see you then. Alright, we got everything set up. We got our encounter deck all put together. Everyone's obligations are set. This starts flipped over because I failed in my earlier games, and when you fail, you gotta deal with consequences. And I want you to, you see this. This is what happens when you don't respect the mechanics of the game. Yeah. So with this, even though I'm playing standard 3 on this, I don't know, for a campaign type situation, I don't want to replay the final boss. We're here, we're at the final. This is the Duke of Dukes right now. So if one shot, if I fail, I lose. I lose the campaign. That's how it's gonna go. That being said, we have Nick all set up with his 10 health points. Maria is at a whopping strong 9. I got both their decks over here, so just to show you, this is Nick's deck. I'll do a quick shuffle so you know that I'm not, loading the deck. I mean, this also could not be Nick's deck. This could have been a stack of, double resources that I used to make a quick shuffle, and I already got all the cards stacked up into the order of my liking. It could be. Here, I'll show you. It's not. I'm not looking at the cards. I'm looking into your eyes. I'm looking at you. Look at my soul. I'm telling the truth. Anyways, so that being said, that's Nick's deck put over here. Maria's deck once again. I'll flip it over, do a quick glance. You can see it's all Maria's cards. I think it is. Hopefully it is, because I'm being blind. I'm gonna do a quick shuffle again. Crappy shuffle. Try to shuffle when you can't see. Staring into space, making it as honest as I can be. All right, that's shuffled. We'll put that over here. All right. I do have rewards from previous games. This one, wiretap, basically, each player can add one secret card to a board member environment to search their collection for a different Justice ally. And then you can add it to your deck, and then you can pay another token or secret count or whatever, and you can add a card to your hand. With security clearance, basically works just like this one, except this one is for protection cards. Since I already got to deal with Baron Zemo having 4 scheme right off the rip of this game, I really don't want to. I mean, I could put some counters on there, but I'm already gonna be dealing with a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna opt out and not take any rewards because I really don't want to deal with any extra counters right now. I'm hoping to at least just get through the mechanics and get the W on this. That being said, we left with 2 counters left on the S.H.I.E.L.D. medical officer. So since we're playing standard, excuse me, 2 more counters. This will flip over into a new attachment. This one we did pretty good clearing it off. That's why we were able to get another reward. The environment from the MODOK scenario, this comes with it. So this is part of the game. There's adaptoids in the encounter deck. That being said, let's reveal the first scheme. So we are dealing with Zemo's manipulations, stage 1A. All right, so set up, prepare the evidence. We could do that. We'll grab the book. Put each board member to play. We have done that. And then if not playing campaign mode, place 2 secret encounters on each board, which we are playing campaign. So we'll flip over to Zemo's manipulations, stage 1B. 12th threat per player, so 24, because we're playing 2-handed solo. So the response: after the player phase ends, the first player may place 2 secret encounters on the board member environment that has no secret counters on it to gain 2 cards from the S.H.I.E.L.D. envelope. 1 card instead if in campaign mode. And then the players may advance to stage 2A to make their accusation. And then if the stage is completed, the players lose the game. This comes on with 2 threat per player, and it goes up by 2 threat per player. Isn't that nice? So that's a 4. All right. Other than that, and page 18, we should probably have on standby. So to do this, so we have our envelope cards. We got our shield cards. We got our aim cards. Let's just let's get this going. Oh, we should decide where is. Oh, Baron Zemo's first stage. He gets 12 health. So we'll just keep that over there for him as a reminder. Should we just do that, I guess, right? All right. Let's first player. Who's gonna be the first player? We'll say even number Nick, odd number Maria. That was easy. All right, perfect. So let's go up and drop our hand size. So we're gonna do Nick first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna do Maria's. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's do some mulligans. Nick's getting. We got secret agent under surveillance. That's nice to have. Leo Fitz is good. We won't be able to use that. Wow. So 24. So we can put that up to 28 if we wanted to. I feel like this is going to be search your deck for tech card. I feel like this is going to be important. I say we mulligan these two because, well, Fitz I can search. Eh. And also to set up, we get Nick's salt. So we get his suit. Keep his hand here. See what we're getting with Maria. So we get 2 field agents, a on the double. That's good. Hard call. That's soon, huh? Dum Dum and front organization. I don't think. I think we're just gonna swap all those out. Look at that. No resources. Should have refilled my water. When? All right, so maybe that's not gonna stand up. So we'll just. Put that there. Okay, let's start. So Nick's going first. All right, so let's do one resource. Let's do one resource to put in Leo Fitz. So Leo Fitz is actually got a cost of 3, but I can reduce the cost to play Leo Fitz because my identity has the shield trait. So that's pretty super neato. So we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna go ahead and use Leo, and we're gonna search our deck for a tech card and add it to our hand. So I think I'm gonna add my. We'll add my Vroom Vroom. We're gonna get some Lola. The cats are fighting each other. That's nice. All right. So that being said, we're gonna obviously use our double resource to put in Fury's flying car. So now Fury can actually ready himself up now. And then we're going to use, we'll use a Genius. And we're going to go ahead and put on another upgrade. We're going to become a secret agent man. Yeah. All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use Nick Fury's infiltrate. It's an action. We're going to change our stealth. We're going to change into our stealth suit form. And then we'll go ahead and flip into hero form. And then we'll go ahead and exhaust Nick. And we're going to remove 2 off the main. And when we do that, Nick has an ability called Gather Intel. It's a response after Nick Fury makes a basic thwart, place 1 threat onto your suit form upgrade. So we'll go ahead and put 1 threat onto our suit. And then I think what we'll do is I think we'll hold on to informants since we have secret agent now. We can actually, this will actually synergize nicely because this relies on using preparation cards. So I think I should do that. So we're gonna hold on to this card. So we'll just put this here for Nick holding on to a card. That being said, we're gonna move the turn over to the one and only S tier Maria Hill. S tier. All right, so well, we have the OLAD, which is that's what we want. Like you couldn't ask for anything amazing. Don't have enough resources, so what we'll do is we'll use her ability. Um, oh, we have to exhaust her. Oh, okay, so I'll just do that. I'm actually trying to do it this way because I realized I could just flip it like that. It's kind of cool. And use this for like when I do a special ability or something. I don't know. Trying to just mix it up a little bit. So we're gonna use her ability. We're gonna search for a shield support. Let's grab. Yeah, let's grab Douglas. Just grabbing it. We're just grabbing it to grab it. Not even thinking about it. You know, we're just plug and play. We're on the final boss right now. Baron Zemo. All right, and that being said, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll play all 6 resources in. And we have our Illilad. How about that? So that comes into play with 3 mission counters. And why don't we do an action? So we'll go ahead and use an action on the Illilad. Let's remove a counter. And then we'll do 5 damage to Baron Zemo. And that'll drop him down to 7. And we'll go ahead and flip Maria into hero. And we'll end our turn. So let's ready up everything. Nick's gonna draw to a hand size of 5. So we got our safe house, we got a surveillance team, we got Helicarrier and Agent Coulson. And then Maria would also draw to a hand size of 5. So we get reinforcements, we get organizational support, we get a Sky Destroyer, we get Grant Ward, and special funding. Where was that when I needed it? And we will pass the turn over to the villain. So now we're going to trigger the response on Zemo's manipulations. So after the player phase ends, the first player may place 2 secret counters on the board member environment that has no secret counters on it to gain 2 shield cards from 2 cards from shield envelope. Do we want to do that right away? I think I'm gonna play it off, and we're gonna let the villain take his turn first, and then see where we're at after that. I'm gonna hold off on that. All right, so villain's turn. So this goes up by 2 threat. So this is at 4, and then we are going to. The villain is going to attack Nick Fury, but because we are in stealth form on our suit, there's a force interrupt that kicks in. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead, and then you place 1 threat from that activation here instead of onto the main scheme. So Baron Zemo will scheme instead for a base of 3, 4, with a boost of 5, 6. So only 5 is going to go on, and then 1 will go to our suit. So this goes to 2, and this is at 9. Well, that escalated quickly. All right. Baron Zemo will now go ahead and activate against Maria. He's going to attack. So I think what we'll do, we'll just go ahead and have Maria defend the attack. So he'll attack for base of 2 with a boost of 2. So that's 4 attack with a defense of 2. We take 2 damage. Drops us down to 7. We'll deal out our encounter cards. First encounter card goes to the first player. And then there. So revealing the first encounter card. The ends to justify the means. So when revealed, choose. Baron Zemo defeats the minion with the fewest remaining hit points. And then Baron Zemo schemes. Or discard an ally or support you control. And then remove secret counters from among the board member environments equal to the discarded card's printed cost. Okay, well. Well, I mean, what we can do is we can just see a Leo. Alright, so we'll get rid of Leo. So we'll discard our support because we already used. So I mean, Leo did his job. We got our card. We don't need him anymore. I mean, we could have flipped down and tried to search for another tech card, like maybe our watch, but I don't have It's only support an ally. So yeah, it was either that or my car, and I'm not getting rid of my car. So I feel like I used the smart part of my brain on that one. So, that being said, now we can remove secret counters from among the board member environments. So since that was a cost of 3, we can just go ahead and remove these two. Hooray! Okay, so since we did that, so that means, all right, I think I understand how this deck's going to work. So it looks like there's going to be certain things that in his kit that are going to help you remove things, and then that's why you go ahead and use the response to adding 2 counters to get um, more evidence cards. Which, that being said, in campaign you can only take 1. So sounds good. All right, so let's get to Maria's. Disavowed. So increase the resource cost to play each shield card by 1. That's just ignorant. When revealed, place 1 threat here for each shield card in play. USOBs. So we're going to have to deal with Hazard Icon. Comes into play with 2 threat. And then it's 1 threat. So I assume that counts for your heroes too, right? Because it's technically a shield card. So it says shield card, so I'm going with shield card. So this is technically a shield card. So shield card, shield card, shield card. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So this goes up to 5. And all right, so that's it. First player goes to Maria. So that's fun. Huh. Well, wish Maria wasn't exhausted right now. I technically have to play 1 resource to get Grant Ward out. I guess we'll just use organizational. No, I didn't drop it. All right, I'll use organizational support as 1 resource to put Grant Ward into play. So he would be 0, but because of this, I have to pay at least 1. Right? Yeah. Increase the resource. Yeah. So Grant Ward comes into play. That's fine. We'll thwart that down to 3. And then we'll two, 3. We'll play 2 resources to play reinforcements. Actually, no, that's a non-shield card, so that doesn't count. Okay, maybe we won't do that. Maybe we just do. I mean, we could just remove the threat off of that. I think we'll just do that then. Remove 1. We'll clear this off. So now we don't have to worry about counter card, and then we can go 2, 3, and then we'll play Sky Destroyer, and then we can response that because this is a shield card because it hits the table, and we'll go ahead and exhaust the Shield Destroyer, and we can do 2 damage to Zemo, which will drop him down to 5. And we'll do 1 damage for him. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and actually, that's interesting. Oh, so I can actually, even though this doesn't kind of play with all-purpose counters, because it is a shield support card, after you spend this card to play a shield support, place 1 all-purpose counter on that support as it enters play. So I can actually have a counter on that. And then I'll use her ability to move that counter over to the Illilad. So now that has 2. That's sweet. That's legal. I don't care what anyone says. I'm reading what the card says. Um, Sweet. All right, turn goes over to Nick Fury. We got a huge chunk of threat over there. Let's do a. Hmm. I don't know. I think I want Coulson out. I'm gonna play. This would help with resource cost too. Maybe I make the play, put Helicarrier out first. Hold on to Coulson for a turn. So what can I do here? I can do Thorpe 2. No, I gotta get rid of some threat. Alright, I'm gonna play these 3 as resources. We're gonna put in Agent Coulson. And when Agent Coulson comes into play, I can search my deck or discard pile for a preparation card and add it to my hand. I think I'm going to grab my. I'm gonna grab my Intelligence Analysis. Pretty sweet card, actually. Can make the bad things go away. And we'll go ahead and equip that on. We'll hold on to the Helicarrier. Let's thwart 2 off the main. And then we can put that on here. And then we can go ahead and thwart 2 off of that. And then Coulson will take 1 damage. And then do we use the car and take another 2 off? Exhaust the car, and we'll remove 1 off the suit to ready up Nick Fury, and then we'll go ahead and exhaust him again to remove 2 off of here. That'll put that to 3, and then we put this back to 3. And I think we'll end turn there. So let's ready up. And Nick's going to hold on to the helicarrier. So we'll give him a hand use of 5. So that surveillance team, power of justice. We're up. Intuition, that's going to be really nice. Thank you, Daring Lime, for this build. Such a good idea. Just put those here. Hold that. And then Maria is going to get 5. Command team, Victoria Hand. Organizational support. Special funding on the double. Deal. All right, so end of turn or player phase. We're gonna do the response. The first player may place 2 secret counters on a board environment. I guess we should just go ahead and do that. So let's put 2 on here, and then from there, we gain 2 cards from the machine envelope, 1 card instead if you're in campaign mode. All right. So shield envelope, and we're gonna take a card. Tight fit. All right, so what do we do now? So we have authority. So this is where we have to start using our noodle. All right, so gathering evidence. Let's try to understand this. All right, so players must collect evidence that were placed on the shield envelope, thus indicating which cards were placed in the aim envelope through the process of elimination. To collect the evidence, the players must remove all secret counters from one of the board members, which they will do. Okay. Additionally, reducing Baron Zemo to 0 hit points triggers his force response, which allows the players to remove secret counters from among the board members. At the end of each phase, the response on 1B, which we're doing right now, when the players gain an evidence card, they turn it face up and cross out the combinations of means, motive, and opportunity in the campaign log that use the icon shown on the new evidence card. Okay, so we have the authority. So we cross out all those. So that's out. Okay, so so see if I can just let me zoom in on this a little bit so I get a better idea here. All right, so these are what we've gathered so far. So with the authority right here, so we cross that out. So in here, this is gone, and then we have the blue one. So this is gone. So the only thing that remains in the chief medical officer is that red one. Same deal with the means for the chief surveillance officer. The cell phones are all gone, but we have all these red ones in here. And then the authority ones are gone here, and the purple, and there's a whole bunch of red ones. So, what I don't understand So does that mean I can't really say it's going to be surveillance officer because it is already flipped over? So the accusation. The response on stage 1B of the main scheme also gives players the opportunity to advance to stage 2A to make their accusation against the mole, whether or not they gain an evidence card that turn. On stage 2, the main scheme, the players must make an accusation by choosing a combination of means, motive, and opportunity that has not been crossed out in the campaign. Each combination is listed underneath the board member. The board member is the accused. Next, the player takes the evidence cards from the aim envelope and find the board member associated with the combination, means, motive, and opportunity on those cards in the campaign log. The board member is the mole. They compare the mole as it means motive, opportunity to their guesses. If they correctly guessed all four, the accusation is correct. However, if one or more of the guesses is incorrect, the players are penalized. Side 2B of the accusation instructs that players to place a secret counter on each board member for each guess, means, motive, opportunity, and board member they got wrong. Additionally, if the accused wrong board member, they must place the secret counters on the board member, possibly causing them to join Baron Zemo. Finally, the players advance to stage 2-3A, which instructs them to flip. Okay, so we guessed wrong. It kind of just. So do I at least. I need at least like one more card basically to like really make a good guess on this? Well, only one way to find out. We'll carry on. Alright, so villain's turn. 2 threat goes on to the main. Baron Zemo is going to activate against Maria. We're just going to take it. So he's going to attack for 2. And then after this activation resolves, place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past. So I'll just do that now. She takes 2 damage. And then he's going to attack Fury. But he'll scheme instead because Fury's in stealth form. So he's scheming for 3-4 with a boost. So that's 5. So he's going to do 4. And then that'll go on my suit. 1 will go on my suit. And then we'll dish out the encounter cards. And the first encounter card is Battle of Wits. When revealed, Baron Zemo schemes. This activation would place any threat on the main scheme. You may spend X mental resources to prevent X of that threat, and then remove X counters from the among board member environments. I think what I'll do is I think what we'll go ahead and do. Well, first we have to do. We're gonna do interrupt. Well, since since we revealed the treachery, we have to respond for Grant Ward. We have to spend a mental resource. If we do not, we take damage equal to his attack, and then remove him from the game. We'll go ahead and use that as our mental resource to do that. And then I'll have I'm gonna have Fury use his intelligence analysis. When you actually, I don't know if I can do that. I think I can. Well, it's an interrupt, so I can. Yeah, Fury was going to use his intelligence analysis, interrupt. When you reveal, oh, it says when you would be that player, so I don't think I can do that. So Baron Zemo was going to scheme for 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this card gets 1 additional boost for aim minion in the victory display, which there are none. So it's 3, 5, 6. So he's scheming for 6, and then you may spend X mental resources to prevent X of that threat, and then remove X counters from the board environments. We we'll just do these 2 to prevent that. Yeah. So we'll just use these 2 mental resources, and then we prevent. So only 4 will go on. And then we can remove 2 off of here. And then we'll do next encounter card. Aim interference. Insight 1. And then when revealed, place 1 secret counter on each board member. Or spend energy resources to prevent that from happening. Crap. I'm just gonna. 1 goes on here, and then 2 goes on here, and then 1 on here, 1 on here. All right. And this is at 5, 8, 9, 10. So this is at 16. 16 out of 22, or 24. All right, first player goes over to Nick. Let's do Power of Justice. Let's put on a Heroic Intuition. And then let's do 2 resources. Concentrated Fire. We'll deal 4 damage. Since this is an attack, we go into Assault. So we're dealing 4 damage. And then we're going to remove 1 counter to do 5 damage to Baron Zemo, which will put him at 0. And then a Force Interrupt kicks in when Baron Zemo would be defeated. Reset his hit points to 12 instead. Then remove 3 secret counters from among the board members. 3 secret encounters from among the board members. So we can just take these off. And then with this, I can either place threat on my suit, form upgrade equal to the enemy's printed scheme. Which would be 3. So we'll actually have 6 on there. And I think I'll do that. So this will actually put me to 6. And he goes back to 12. And then I'll fix my camera. So then let's thwart 3 off of here. So we'll take that to 13. And put 1 on here, put me to 7. And then let's ready up, remove a token, ready Nick back up, thwart again, remove 3, add 1 more back on there. Coulson can thwart 2. You can drop that down to 8. I think that's good. So pass turn over to Maria. Maria, what are we gonna do? We're going to I think we're gonna thwart 2. Get that down to 6. Thwart 2. Get this down to 4. Let's flip Maria over. Let's use her ability. One. Have her grab. Have her grab a support staff. Is that the shield support, right? Sure is. And then let's play 1 resource. And we'll play support staff. And then when we do that, we can exhaust Sky Destroyer, do 2 damage to Baron Zemo. Drop him down to 10. This comes into play with 3 counters. And we'll hold on to the on the double. And we'll just end turn and ready up. He should be at 2. Alright, so now we're going to drop to 5 cards for Nick. Mockingbird, Fury's Watch, Gemma, Global Logistics, and Eye Patch Camera. And then we got 6 cards from Rio, so that's on the double, which is the one that we held on to. Pericles, Nick Fury, which we can't use. Melinda May, it's 4. Reinforcements, and the Bellefonte. All right, it's on a player phase. So we'll go ahead and put 2 counters on Chief Tactical Officer. And we can grab ourselves a shield card. Yeah, these envelopes are tight fit. Oh, so was I supposed to? Wait, I think these are the symbols I'm supposed to be looking at. Oh, well, that's weird. All right, well, now I gotta figure this out. So, well, this one right here kind of just completely clears that out. So, so can I just choose to do my accusation right now? I mean, do I need to have all the shield cards to make it? Is it better if I do? Well, screw it. Let's make the exact. Let's start accusing people. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. So we may advance to stage 2A to make the. All right, so let's do it. Let's go to stage 2A. Let's see what I want to see what happens. Um. So we're choosing to make the accusation. So when revealed, make an accusation by guessing a means of motive and opportunity along with the board member associated with the combination in the campaign log. This board member is the accused. See page 19 for accusation. Okay. So we're going to go to page 19. So these are our cards. So now, under where accusation is, the response on stage 1B. So we have to choose a combination of means, motive, and opportunity that has not been crossed off in the campaign log. Each combination is listed underneath a board member. The board member is the accused. Next, the players take the evidence cards from the AIN envelope and find the board member associated with the combination means, motive, and opportunity on those cards. Okay, so before we can take these cards out, we need to do the means. So, wish I had something to cross this out. This is kind of. So, money is gone. Try to look at. Maybe the sticky note help. So if I have this, these are all gone. So there's that red one that still remains. These are all gone. So this are gone. These are all gone. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to find. Well, as far as a surveillance officer, like, okay, so if I have all those, that means it's not the chief medical officer. I have all the phones. I have all the red ones. I have the folder. So this is all gone. That's all gone. I don't understand. To do this, the players must collect the evidence cards that were placed in the shield envelope, which we did, thus indicating which cards were placed. Well, if I'm matching up these patterns right, so I actually. So this one right here. So this combination's gone. So this chief medical one is gone. And then I'm gonna use these cards as dividers real quick. So, all right, so this top one's gone. I have so that one I got. So this one's gone right here. And then I have blue phone, tablet. So this one's gone too. And then we have this one right here. And then we have the purple one up here, which is I don't know. Really kind of confused with this. I don't like it actually. Shouldn't have to be a riddle to continue on with this fight. Next, the player So players make an accusation of choosing a combination of means, motive, and opportunity that has not been crossed out on the campaign. Okay, so these are. Oh, I don't think that. Oh, it's maybe it's. Okay, I have to go by these. Okay, so this one, this is these are motive cards. Okay, so motive, and then these are opportunity cards. So the evidence card is a wiretap. And then you have ideology. Whatever. I'm gonna say it's the chief medical officer. All right, so we're gonna say chief medical officer. His means were for this was his mean, and this was his motive, and so his means were to wiretap. Motive was for ideology, and then the opportunity for authority, I guess. And then so we're gonna say it's the chief medical officer. So next players take the evidence cards from the aim envelope, which we are. And then find the board member associated with the combination, means, motive, and opportunity of those cards. Okay, so that's way off, I guess. So the means. What did I say? I said chief medical officer. So the means was here. The motive was for money, and then the opportunity was for travel. Oh, I was right. Oh wow, cool. I totally just guessed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I guessed. I actually had no idea. I just that's cool. So matching that up. So the folder, and then money, and then travel. So that's I said chief medical officer. So I win. That's the mole. So yay me. I have no idea how I even did that right. So okay, moving on. I didn't want to spend 30 hours trying to figure out how to do the accusation. Um, however, all right. So the board member is the mole. They compare the mole and its means, mode of opportunity of their guesses. If they guess correctly, all four of their if they correctly guessed all four, their accusation is correct. Well, I didn't really. Well, I think I did it right. So, hmm. So when revealed, do the following. Use the cards in the aim envelope to identify the mole, which we did. For each guess you got wrong, place one secret counter on each board member. If you accuse the wrong board member, place three secret encounters on the accused. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to three A, I guess. All right. So fighting Zemo. When revealed, flip Baron Zemo to his unmasked side, and then reset his hit points to the printed hit point value. Find his sword and attach it to him. This has 12 threat per player, so it's 24. Doesn't start with any starting threat. When revealed, flip the mole to his attachment side and attach. All right, so flip the mole, which was the chief tactical officer. And then place two threat for each secret counter on each. So flip the mole. Where's Baron Zemo's sword? There it is. And then flip the mole to each. Okay, so 12, 13, 14. And then Baron Zemo gets flipped over. Force interrupt and Baron Zemo activates against you. Place one secret encounter on a board member card or give Baron Zemo an additional boost card. Um, 18 per player. So and after Baron Zemo attacks, defeats a character, place one secret counter on the board member with fused secret counters. Spend three physical resources or three energy resources. Remove one secret counter from the board member environment, and then discard this card. Okay, so he's got now a 4 attack, 5 attack. It's kind of brutal. Okay. So villain is going to. Well, we just did. We just actually ended that, so it's actually two threat goes on. He's going to attack, but I am in stealth, so we're gonna have Coulson defend that. So it's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6-7. So he defeated Agent Coulson. Then he places one secret counter on a board member environment with the fewest secret counters. So that's that. And then when Baron Zemo activates against you, either place one secret counter on a board member card, or give Baron Zemo an additional boost card for this activation. Oh, which I probably should have done, so I'm just gonna give him their counter, I guess. So then we get an encounter card to Fury, and then encounter card to Maria, and then Evil Alliance. Plays 3 pursue counters and pursued by the past. And then Maria is gonna get a shield agent. This has quick strike, but she's in all 3 go, so that doesn't kick. Force interrupt when shield agent activates or is defeated. Add 1 secret counter to a board member environment with the fewest secret counters. All right. First player goes to Maria. Um, we're going to use our action to search for a support card. Grab that. And then we're going to spend 6, and we're going to put in the Pericles. And then we're going to exhaust to recover for 3. Puts us to 8. And then oh wait, I can actually use that response. Do Shield Destroyer. Let's put we do it on him. We'll put 2 damage on that minion. Grant Ward will take him out. And then let's do that. And we're gonna stun Zemo. And then we're gonna give a tough to Maria. Flipper to hero. We'll do a reassignment and move one of our things over to the Pericles. And then we're going to exhaust the Illad, remove 1, and we're going to do 5 damage to Zemo. Dropping him down to 31. And we'll move the turn over to Nick. Let's use Global Logistics to put in our watch. And then we're going to exhaust 1 to remove 2 threats and put our eye patch in. And then we're going to go ahead and thwart 3 off of this, which will put 1 threat on here. We're going to exhaust that, remove that. Ready back up. Thwart another 3 off. Put 1 on there. Then we're going to end our turn. We're going to toss Gemma. We're not going to need it. We'll hold on to Mockingbird. And then we'll draw 2 hands. So ready up, everyone. Draw to hand size of 5. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's spray fire. And then Maria is going to drop to 5. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Energy. S.H.I.E.L.D. Director. All points bulletin. All points bulletin. Okay. 2 threat goes on. Baron Zemo is going to activate against Maria. And he's stunned. So Baron Zemo will now go ahead and will attack Nick Fury. And Maria will defend. So he's going to attack for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will take the tough. Oh, I should have. Hold on, I should have did another boost card. So hold on, because I had to do his force interrupt. So when Baron Zemo activates against you, please replace 1 secret counter, which I'm not going to do. So we do that, and then force response after he attacks and defeats a character, which he didn't. He doesn't do that. All right, so that's clean. She defended for him. Now we're getting our encounter cards. First one, side scheme. Undermine support, 3 threat with 1 with hinder, 1 per player, so it's gonna be 5. As an additional cost for a player to ready a support, that player must spend 1 resource of any type. When defeated, remove 1 per player. Remove 1 per player secret counters among board member environments. So this goes to 5. Well, yeah. 5. And then Nick will get The ends that justify means. We're just gonna use our intelligence analysis, and we are going to remove one threat off of our suit, cancel the effects of the treachery, and discard it. And then we can use our secret agent. After you resolve the ability of a preparation card, move one threat from a scheme to your suit form upgrade. So we're gonna take it off there, put it to 4, put one back. So nice little trade-off. All right, so first player moves over to Nick. 31 health to go. It should be right up. All right, so we're gonna do. All right, let's play 3 resources. We're gonna put in Mockingbird. When she comes into play, we can stun an enemy. We're gonna go ahead and stun Baron Zemo. And then Nick's gonna thwart 3 off of that. And he's gonna put 1 on his suit. And then we're going to exhaust Mockingbird to finish that off. And then when this is defeated, remove 1 secret command per player among the board members. Let's remove 1 off of each to play it safe. And then we're going to hold on to our spray fire. I kind of want to hit him so bad. Yeah, let's remove 1, ready him up. We're gonna attack for 2, and then we're gonna take 3 off of our suit to do 5 damage to Baron Zemo. So we're gonna drop him down to 26. We're gonna move turn over to Maria Hill. We are going to we're going to play 2 resources to put in our S.H.I.E.L.D. Director. We are going to exhaust S.H.I.E.L.D. Director to add a token to a counter to the LAD. And then we are going to exhaust support staff to use 1 resource and use Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as another resource to play an all points bulletin. For each S.H.I.E.L.D. support you control, you can choose either remove 1 threat from a scheme or deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4. We have 4 S.H.I.E.L.D. supports in play, so we're gonna do 4 damage to him. So that drops him down to 22. I think we will also remove 1 token and deal 5 damage to him. Drop him down to 18. Oh no! And then we're going to do this, remove 1, and then we're going to go ahead and confuse him. Then we're going to put a tough on Nick. And then I think we're going to flip down. And then we're going to ready up. She should have 1 damage. We're going to hold on to all points bulletin. We're going to drop to a hand size of 6. So we have strength. Okay, that's wrong deck. Agent 13. Genius. Strength. There's all my resources. Reinforcements. And we get organizational support. Nick's going to hold on to spray fire. So he's going to draw into strength. Another spray fire. Covert surveillance. Nick Fury Sr. Alright, it is villain's turn. 2 threat on the main. Zemo is going to activate against Nick Fury. It should be unexhausted. He's not going to because he's stunned. So that skips. It's going to activate against Maria. That skips because he's confused. Give out the encounter cards. First one, Shield Trooper. So this has Patrol and Vulnerable. And then we have Aim Interference. Insight 1. Place 1 secret counter on each board member card. You may spend physical resources to prevent X of these counters being placed. What is this at? 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, whatever. Put 1 on here, 1 on here. So 2 threat goes onto there. And then deal 2 damage to a friendly character. We'll deal to Maria. Take her down to 6. And then put that on there. So this is 14, 15, 16, 17. Clean that up a little bit. Alright, and then first player goes to Maria. Alright, so Agent 13, have me ready up stuff. So we're going to play 4 resources. We're going to put Agent 13 in. And we're going to exhaust Sky Destroyer. Do 2 damage to Baron Zemo. Taking him down to 15. And then we're going to flip to Maria. We're going to use her ability to move support staff token. We're going to move that token over to the S.H.I.E.L.D. So now this is gone. And then we're going to do 1 resource. So actually we'll just do We're going to do 1 resource and do reinforcements. Choose a number of shield supports combined with 6 or less and place an all-purpose counter on there. We're going to put 1 on S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, we'll put 1 on S.H.I.E.L.D. And then we will have the S.H.I.E.L.D. be used, remove 1 token. We'll deal 5 damage to Baron Zemo. That takes him to 10. We'll have Agent 13 exhaust and hit for 9. After they attack or thwart, we can choose a support and ready back up. We're going to ready up our ill lad. We're going to exhaust, remove another token. And we're going to do another 5 damage to Baron Zemo. So that's 4 damage. And then Maria Hill is going to attack for 1, which will leave him at 3. We'll move turn over to Nick. And we will go ahead and just 2 resources. Use covert surveillance as a resource. That's 3. We'll do a spray fire. We choose ourselves. We're going to deal 3 damage. We're going to remove 3. And we'll do 6 damage to Baron Zemo, which defeats him. There you have it.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt very uncomfortable in that whole game, just because one, it's like total mental concentration when playing two-handed solo. So I give props to everyone out there who can do it. Like Pat, like on the back for you. I'll still keep practicing to get better at it, but man, and I gotta say, like the Baron Zemo fight, um, this stuff I don't know what it is. Maybe I don't know if it's just I'm overtired and I'm overthinking it, but I really feel like this right here it's a cool concept. It's you're trying to figure out who's the POS, right? So um I mean, this stuff's cool. Like, trying to figure out. I get it. I get what they're trying to do with it. I appreciate what they're trying to do with it. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I need to step back, catch some Z's, and like, mm, maybe, see if maybe if I was approaching it the wrong way. I really did. I just guessed. I guessed it was the whatever the chief alcohol or I think I flipped the wrong one. I think I said chief medical officer. I don't even know. I'm confused. Either way, I'm pretty sure I guessed that right. But I don't understand what the best way of trying to figure out the combinations on it. But all in all, I mean, also to play on standard 3. I mean, it could have got a lot worse if Pursue Bypass clicked. I think Maria Hill really makes it really easy. I mean, that was just that last 2 turns. Maria Hill was just stunned, confused, damage, and then just Nick going there. So definitely I'm gonna do a solo, just a solo hero run. I might just choose one or the other. I kind of wanna, I think I want to play with Nick more. Maria's cool. Maria's cool. I like Maria. It's like the whole shtick with the building up your counters on your planes and just being tactical. Like, hey, attack here, attack there, or okay, I can't even say the word. I'm sorry. When all else fails, um, crash the plane into it, right? But I thought this was a fun campaign. It was cool. Um, I think Sinister Mo's is still my favorite, but that's just like I really like the Spider-Man and the Web Warriors and all that stuff. So it's always going to hit home. But it was nice to kind of step out and play on the other spectrum of the in the Marvel universe instead of being like a mutant or like superhuman powerful and stuff like that. We're just regular people, with laminates and badges and eye patches and flying cars. So this actually, I love the TV show Agents of Shield. So this, I saw so many references to it. It was fun. But yeah, no, fun stuff. I think out of all the villains in the campaign, I have to say, I I think Citizen V and the Thunderbolts was actually the most engaging and challenging one. Um, I gotta play against Baron Zemo a couple more times, but I really felt like Maria Hill kind of watered it down, being especially when I was able to get the LLAD like right in the beginning of the game. So, but other than that, I would like to if anyone's got any comment or feedbacks on your experiences with playing with Nick Fury or Maria Hill, or if you caught anything in my game that I may have been doing wrong, or maybe I'm going around the wrong way. I mean, I really got nothing to do. Like, I mean, I'd love to read your input on it. So, um, please, your words. I want to hear your words. Like, I like to also hear like, what's your favorite hero out of this box? Who do you think's the best? And I'm glad I was able to get this done now. Says I'm ready to try out the other heroes that are coming out. There's the Shuri, Black Panther, and then we have Silk coming out. Can't wait for Silk. And then of course Mr. Bucky is coming. So, but other than that, once again, thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate everyone who's taking time out of their lives to, watch me play some cards. Um, yeah, no, it's really cool. But yeah, y'all have a good one, and I will see you on the next project. Have a good one.